33 is your time now. Senate lawmakers overcome a key hurdle in their effort to fund the government through the November midterms. Now, the Senate voted overwhelmingly to end debate on the funding bill and advance it to a full floor vote. Lawmakers hope to pass the bill before leaving for a month-long recess at the end of the week. If that happens, the House would have to take up the bill when it returns in September. The bill seeks to fund the government through December 4th. Well, President Trump says he's giving Iran one last chance for a deal to end the war. After calling off a major attack over the weekend, he says the Strait of Hormuz needs to open today amid concerns over rising gas prices. Doug Luzader joining us now live from Washington with a closer look at what is next. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. The president's talking about a two-step process here. He wants to deal with Iran's nuclear program, but first he says the Strait of Hormuz needs to reopen. In Tehran, a giant mural shows a toppled Statue of Liberty, a show of defiance, while back at the White House, a final warning from the president.
I want to give him every last chance before decapitation.
Captain, you are requested to alter course to 190. If you do not comply, we will compel compliance with force.
U.S. Central Command released a radio call showing the extent of the current naval blockade on Iran. But Iran is still threatening commercial ships in the strait, with reports of another attack. Its military is now threatening to go after U.S. warships. And for the president, the length of this conflict has created tension not just with Democrats, but even among his supporters.
Opponents of the war have been unhappy the whole time, but supporters of the war have wanted the president to go in and, quote, finish the job, and now they're seeing another one of these pullbacks.
But the president still sees a quick resolution for reopening the strait, and in the meantime, he warned oil companies about hiking gas prices.
When you look at one company where they made 12 times what they made the year before, they're going to give some of that back to the public, and they better cut the retail price.
Prices have been trending down just a bit, but according to AAA, the national average is still up more than $1 a gallon since the war began. Back to you guys.
All right, Doug Luzader with the latest in D.C. Thank you, Doug. The nomination of Todd Blanche for U.S. Attorney General is expected to move forward today. The Judiciary Committee has a vote scheduled to advance the president's pick to lead the Department of Justice to the full Senate. That move was delayed last week after two Republican senators demanded that Blanche kill the controversial anti-weaponization fund that was part of the president's settlement to end a lawsuit against the IRS. Blanche put that in writing over the weekend, but left in place sweeping protections for the president and his family against IRS audits. Well, more states are suing the Trump administration over new tariffs. The Trump administration imposed new tariffs on July 24th on 60 trading partners, including the European Union, over allegations they were not doing enough to stop forced labor. The suit alleges the president is exceeding his authority and using forced labor as a pretext to impose tariffs.
Donald Trump has spent more than a year trying to impose global tariffs entirely on his own. And every time he's been challenged in court, he's lost.
The new tariffs range from 10 to 12.5%.